Good morning, students. I hope you are good and safe at home. So, here I am with my lecture number 8 of Commercial Studies, class 9th. So, in this video, we will be covering the remaining parts of the chapter number 3, that is profit and non profit organizations. In the previous video, I have discussed the meaning of profit and non profit organizations, their differences, and various types of non profit organizations. So, we will be covering in this video the rest of the topics of chapter number 3. So, let's proceed. The first topic is meaning of charitable organization. Now students, we have discussed in the previous video various types of non-profit organizations. We have discussed, and the very first type of non-profit organization was charitable organization. Now we are going to study about the charitable organization in some detail and also the examples of charitable organizations. So let's proceed. Let us read out the definition. A charitable organization is a non-profit organization. Firstly, it is a non-profit organization that we have read earlier also. That is that it is a part of a non-profit organization means that this organization is not set up for earning profits, whose primary objectives is to provide social service to the poor and the needy people. And what is the aim of this charitable organization? Their primary objective is to provide social services to the poor and the needy people who require, who don't have so much money, who do not have so much of financial assistance. They are being helped by such organizations, charitable organizations. These organizations do not have any profit motive or any personal motive. They are established for helping the poor and the needy people. Just remember the key points which you need to mention in your definition, that a charitable organization is a non-profit. First keyword is your non-profit organization, first keyword, whose primary objective is to provide social service to the poor and the needy people. Second, to the poor and the needy people, and these organizations do not have any profit motive. This is the third keyword. Remember students, while writing any definition in the commercial studies, some key points should be there in your definition which could provide you the marks for it. So remember, each and every definition contains some key points, and it is very essential to write such points so that you could gain marks on it. So I hope the definition is clear to you. Charitable organization means it is a non-profit organization whose primary objective is to provide social services, social helping the poor and needy people, and they do not earn any profit. They do not have any personal motive. So let's study few examples of charitable organizations. First example is educational trust. See, there are various examples of charitable organizations, but we are going to study about only two of the examples. That is, first is educational trust. These organizations, various types of educational trust are set up by big companies, rich people. They set up some organization which provide free education to the poor children, to the poor people. Why they provide free education to the poor people? Because poor people, some people are not very rich, they cannot afford the basic education also. So the big organizations come forward, rich people come forward, and they set up some organizations through which education could be provided to the poor and the needy people, so that they could also get the advantage of being educated, so that they could also get the advantage of being educated. And such organizations also provide scholarships to various bright children from the poor families, coming from the poor background. So these type of trust is also called the charitable organizations. Why they are called charitable organizations? Because they are doing some amount of charity. They are helping the needy and the poor people, and in return, remember that in return they are not getting anything. So that is the basic purpose of charity. So educational trust provide free education to the poor people and also offer scholarships to the bright children coming from the poor families or the poor background. So this is the first example of charitable organization. Second example is clubs. Clubs like Rotary Club organize blood donation camps. There are various types of clubs present in India, which um, which do many social services just in favor of the people. Like many of the clubs organize blood donation camps. Many of the camps are organized for cancer patients also. Many of the club activists just did many activities for the protection of animals also, for the protection of plants also. So these many types of clubs exist in India, which do many kind of social services just to help the people, just to help the animals, just to help the humankind, you can say, just to help the humankind. These clubs provide such services to the people without any without any personal profit. These organizations also provide help to the victims of natural calamities, those who have been suffered during the natural calamities. Now what is natural calamities? Like earthquake, like like floods like floods like droughts. So all those people who are suffered by natural calamities, these clubs come forward and they help such people in overcoming their problems. So I hope you must have got the two examples of charitable organizations. This type of organization also does a type of charity, hence called charitable organization. Clubs are also doing some kind of charity. They are donating, they are organizing camps, they are helping the victims, so they are doing some amount of charity and hence can be called as charitable organization. So I hope so these two examples are clear to you. Let's proceed to the last topic of this chapter. It's a very small chapter. So this is the very last topic of this chapter, that is divisions of non-profit organizations. We have already discussed the meaning of non-profit organizations. Means those organizations which are established for the purpose of helping the poor and not for earning profits. So there are three divisions of non-profit organizations. First is societies, second is your trust, and third is your non-profit companies, NPC, you can say, non-profit companies. Remember the divisions also, or you can say types also, divisions or types of non-profit organizations. So first type is society, second trust, and third is NPC, that is non-profit companies. So let's start the first point, that is societies. Society is a group of 10 or more persons who associate voluntarily under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Now, first of all, a society, this definition contains various key points. The first key point is it is a group of 10 or more person. It's a group of 10, 10 or more person who associate voluntarily. Now, what is the meaning of this term? Those who join the organization on their will, अपनी इच्छा से. Voluntary means those who do by their own wish, and these societies are established under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. So there is a separate act for this type of divisions of non-profit organizations, and societies is developed under Cooperative Societies Act 1912. And now what is their aim? What is their aim? Their aim is to protect and promote their common interest. There means the members of the societies, the aim of the societies is to promote and protect the common interest of the members of such societies. Now every member has one vote, just as in the case of parliament, every member has one vote. Similarly, the societies also, the members of societies also have one vote only. And just why votes are required? Suppose they want to take any decision regarding anything, so that decision could be taken only by the voting procedure, that how many members are in favor of such proposal and how many members are not in favor of such proposal. So votes are required, and every member has only one vote, just irrespective of their gender, caste, discrimination, etc. And it is managed by the executive committee. Now what is the meaning of executive? Those who executes the work, those who carry on the work. So it is managed by an executive committee elected by its members only. The members of executive committee are appointed by the members of societies only. So this definition contains various key points. First key point is 10. It consists of 10 or more person. Second, it established voluntarily. This word need to be mentioned in your definition. It established under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912. Now aim. What is the aim of societies? To protect and promote the common interest of the members. Fourth key point. Fifth, every member has one vote. And last, it is managed by an executive committee. See, whenever you students, whenever you learn any definition, try to remember the key points so that you could write easily in during the examination time. If you remember, by learning the key points, you would be able to learn very easy and very quickly also. So this definition contains 6 points which you need to remember and mention in your definition. So let's proceed to the second division of non-profit organization, that is, second is trust. Now what is trust? The meaning of trust? Trusts are set up to further social causes such as public health and education. Now again we are studying the types of the divisions of non-profit organization, so we can get the idea that trusts are set up for not earning the profits. They are set up for doing the social causes. And what type of social causes? Like public health and education, for promoting the people in the education, for providing the better medical facilities to the people, for protecting the people from various types of diseases, for providing the financial assistance to the poor people so that they could overcome big diseases like cancer, tuberculosis, and various types of diseases which are very whose medical treatment is very much costly. So these trust provides such financial assistance to the poor people. And then they are exempted from the income tax, means whatever source they are earning the money, they are getting the money, they are not required to pay the income tax. It is very important to remember. And why they are not required to pay the income tax? Because their main motive is to help the poor and the needy. They are getting the money to help someone, and when you help someone, you are not required to pay the income tax. Suppose you are gifting someone an expensive gift, so that gift will not be accountable for income tax. Why? Because you are gifting somebody, you are doing a charity, you are helping someone. So these trusts are exempted from the income tax. And now, what is a trust? How it is formed? A trust is formed when a rich person or entity or an organization transfers the property in cash or in kind. In kind means in terms of material things, and trust agreement is executed. So a trust is formed when a rich person transfers their property, and that property can be either in cash or in kind also, and trust agreement is just executed from it. And last, it is registered under the Indian Trust Act. So one separate act is also formed for this type of non-profit organization, that is, it is registered under the Indian Trust Act. So once again, trusts are set up for doing the social causes, and what type? Public health and education. They are exempted from the income tax, and a trust is formed when a rich person or an organization transfers his property either in cash or in kind, and then a trust agreement is formed or executed, and they are registered under the Indian Trust Act. So I hope so it is clear to you. Now the very last type of non-profit organization is NPC. I have just earlier told you that NPC is also the main types of non-profit organization, non-profit companies. A non-profit company is a company which is registered under the Companies Act 2013. They are registered under the which act? Companies Act 2013. And why? For the purpose other than earning profits. Means their purpose is not to earn the profits, but for doing various types of social causes which could make the life of poor and the needy people very easy and very comfortable. So their basic purpose is for doing the social causes, and it is managed by the board of directors. Board of directors means a group of people, a group of members who have formed such type of company. So that is will come in the NPC, non-profit companies. So once again, it is registered under the Companies Act 2013, and they are set up for doing any types of social causes, and it is managed by the board of directors. So I hope you have got whatever I have taught to you, and this was the end of chapter number 3, that is profit and non-profit organizations. And from my next video we will be covering our 4th chapter of commercial studies. And students, whatever queries you have, please mention in the comment section, and do like and subscribe my channel also. Thank you for watching.